One of the first questions I ask anybody that I work with is, what's the biggest irritation about where you are currently? That, or maybe they just spill the beans and they share it with me, and I follow that up with, all right, look, man, does that make you feel irritated when you think about that? And I like this word irritation, right? Because it's something that all of us can relate to, no matter where we're at, right? We all have an irritation somewhere in our life. Maybe things are getting real. Maybe your health is declining. It's affecting your relationships. It's affecting your marriage. It's affecting your work. Shit gets really clear, right? When you look at that painful reality. And that probably makes you feel irritated. Now, maybe things are seemingly okay. Maybe nothing is going that poorly in your life, but something just feels like it's missing, right? Feels like you're missing out on something. And that could be an irritation as well. I said this before, if you're doing good, you're not necessarily doing great. So there must be an irritation. If you want to experience a breakthrough or a transformation in your life, the things that you're trying to achieve, the things that you're trying to change, if there's no irritation there, it simply doesn't matter enough to you. That, or you aren't being clear about what your values are and how you're showing up for those values. And the quickest way to get clear on what your values are is ask yourself, where am I actually showing up to serve these values? What am I spending my money on? What am I spending my time on? What's coming up in conversations? Am I using that as my internal compass? Am I actually living a values-driven life? And it becomes really clear when you ask these questions, right? Now look, living 100% in alignment with your values and tying goals to those values may be a mountaintop that you never quite reach, but it sure is worth striving for, isn't it? Now, most people associate an irritation with a fear, but the truth is not necessarily tied to a fear, right? Whatever we're fearful of isn't necessarily the truth. And if you have fear, that's something to open the door to and start walking towards. But I'll make it really simple for you. As soon as you do that, it'll become very clear it's not real. Most of the things that we're fearful of, we make up. Fear is just a feeling. It's generally just a feeling of the past, right? Or a future event that hasn't happened that's based on a past experience. Think about a deer compared to a human being, right? A deer doesn't think about a coyote that's going to chase it tomorrow. You get it? This is what we do. We're constantly overanalyzing and thinking about all the difficulties, all the challenges, all the things that could happen, and that's crippling us. What is real is doubt. The doubt associated with being able to move away from that irritation or make it disappear. And that's because of your associations to your history of failing and the narrative that you inherited from your family, from past events, experiences about what you're capable of. But it's really our history of failing and our associations to that, right? Now here's the thing, that doubt is just a signal that you're stepping outside of that comfort zone. You're challenging that association. You're opening the door to your past failures, and you're saying, I can change. That's it. And look, the human brain struggles to comprehend going from here to here because it challenges everything we know about who we are, and it challenges our identities. And we get something from taking on identities, even if it's not always aligned with what's healthy or what our goals and our highest values are, right? We adopt what's familiar and what's safe, not always what's going to elevate our human experience. So you must have an irritation. You must have some doubt to achieve breakthrough. And look, I'm just telling you what's worked for me and what's worked for my clients. Every breakthrough that I've had in my life, every breakthrough that I've witnessed with my clients, there's a high level of doubt that had to be faced and challenged. But it's fuel. It's fuel. And when you can recognize that, when you see that doubt creeping in, and you can smile because you know this is fuel. This is letting you know that you are challenging your comfort zone. You're stepping outside the bounds of what you previously thought was possible. Right? That's when the magic happens. My client Adam struggled with this massively, right? He had a massive amount of doubt when we first started working together. And even throughout the program, there was lots of ups and downs. But he kept showing up for it. He kept facing it. He kept doing the hard, important work, right? He kept facing his fears and doubts. And he got comfortable with challenging his associations to his past failures. Fast forward now, he's becoming a master at questioning those thoughts that arise, right? Those thoughts that arise that cripple him or hold him back, right? And what follows is always more self-acceptance, more optimistic thought, and living in alignment with his goals and his values. I just spoke to him 3 months after the program ended, and he shared with me that he lost 15 pounds since the end of the program. I've said this before, I could give a shit about a before and after picture. Any gym rat coach can beat you up for about 12 weeks and get you a decent before and after. I want more from my clients. I want your results to continue for life. Something that you can keep replicating and duplicating over and over and over. So it starts with getting comfortable with facing your doubt, challenging your associations to failure. Step into a place of choice. Take the power back. Learn from those doubts and those failures. Take that insight and do something with it, and you'll become unstoppable. All right, that's all I got for this one. I hope you are taking something away from this video and not just watching this and moving on to the next video. If you're needing a boost, if you know you could use some help just to get started, I want to gift you a free training I created for my clients called the 3-Phase Process for Accelerated Body Transformation. To access that, just comment yes below in the comments, like the video, and tag a friend, and I'll make sure to send it your way. All right, see you in the next one. On your side, it's Taylor.